very good evening to one and all present. I, Professor Kajal Baviskar, extend a warm welcome to today's resource person, Dr. Satish Polshettiwar sir, dignitaries, and all the attendees on the behalf of KK Pharmacy Institutes to this wonderful session. KK Education Society is a leading name in educational field, not only in
Your voice is
what happened? Yeah.
was established by the visionary.
Kadam madam, can you hear me?
It was established.
Yes, sir.
If she is
Your voice is
operating from mobile, you take over and you give the introduction. If you are on the computer,
Yes, sir.
please.
Sorry for some technical issue. My colleague is unable to connect ourselves. A very good evening to one and all present for this webinar. Myself, Professor Deepali Kadam, coordinator for today's webinar, extend a warm welcome to all the resource person, Dr. Satish Polshettiwar sir, dignitaries, and all the attendees on behalf of KK College of Pharmacy and KK Institute of Pharmacy for this wonderful session. KK Education Society is a leading name in educational field in Nasik district or North Maharashtra, but also all over India. Since past 50 years, it was established by the visionary leaders led Padma Shri Karmavir Kakasaheb Bhatt. There are a total 36 institutes running in 9 different campuses and engage in studies from KG to PhD in various fields. KK is known for the academic excellence and most trusted brand in education. Currently, we are facing the crisis of COVID-19. With every crisis come challenges in every field. Same is true for education field. Education institutes are shut down since almost 3 months. Over 200 years, civilization, 3 waves of education have been evolved: Gurukula system, traditional university system, and distance learning. COVID-19 pandemic has raised an alarm for the need of 4th wave in education, which is education 4.0. No doubt, all the teaching professionals are striving hard to fill the gap of teaching through online teaching and learning tools, but the challenges are much deeper. However, with every challenges come opportunities. So the aim of today's webinar is to build awareness about various challenges that can occur to an academician, provide COVID and how to overcome them. Thank you. Now I would like to request our principal sir, Dr. K.S. Jain sir, to introduce today's, to introduce the guest.
Okay. A very good evening. A very good evening and warm welcome to one and all to this third webinar in this series. I personally welcome Dr. Polshettiwar, our honorable dignitaries, and all attendees as well as staff. Friends, today we are going through a very bad phase and the whole world is disturbed, which was truly unexpected a few months ago. Besides this world on earth, we have forgotten that there is a world below the earth in the water, and there is also another world in this air, which is full of microorganisms, whether they are bacteria, they are viruses, they are fungi, whatsoever. I am not talking about the fourth world, which is in the galaxy, which is far, far away from us. But there is more microorganisms or organisms or plant in underwater. There are more number of microorganisms in the air compared to the human population or the living population. I came across a wonderful article actually, and man slowly became progressive, particularly in last 65-70 years. He has made wonderful leaps, and while he became progressive, he also became very aggressive. And he became so aggressive that he started thinking that he owns the world. And then what he did is he started disturbing the atmosphere through various technologies, through pollution, through transportation, through chemicals, and so on and so forth. This has really impacted the uh, other animals as well as the microorganisms. As a result, many microorganisms have undergone mutation. Who knows, this corona is also one such type, and who knows, many more are to come. So basically today man is struggling all across the world. 100 plus more companies are working with 100 plus more drugs, vaccine, you name, plasma therapy, you name, immunoboosting technologies or immunoboosting nutrition and whatnot. However, what is happening is we add lockdown number 1, lockdown number 2, lockdown number 3, and very soon we are going to end lockdown number 5. And yesterday when I was seeing the news, there is a very good chance of lockdown number 5. Basically in the top 5-6 cities. To number, first comes Bombay, then comes Delhi, then comes Chennai, then comes Ahmedabad, then comes your Pune, Thane, and so on. Situation is not good. As of today, India has more than 1,60,000 cases, of which 65,000 are active and some 4,500 deaths. Talking of the world has 58 lakhs cases, out of which 3.5 have culminated in deaths. And talking about the leader USA, with 17.5 lakhs cases and more than 1 lakh deaths, situation is not so good. We saw one by one, it started in China, then Iran and Italy, then France, Spain, UK, then USA, then Russia, and then now the second number, Brazil. Yesterday I was seeing the documentary on Brazil. Brazil is really devastated. And today afternoon I saw that by the end of July, its death toll is going to cross even USA. Number of cases to number of deaths is very bad, and that is because of the carelessness and political decisions. And what has happened is after lockdown number 4, after the relaxation, suddenly people are too much of relaxed, and now therefore a geometric progression has happened. So we are really in a very bad phase. Our finance has suffered, our day-to-day production has suffered, our entire entertainment, your hospitality, name everything has suffered, everything has come to a standstill, and education sector is also no exception to that. I happened to hear to one of a very renowned person, and our honorable Bahu has started a series of Pushpa. We had 50 Pushpas of real remarkable dignitaries. So one Dr. Achyut Godbole had come, who was the CEO and chief this thing of L&T software, and who has passed his entire career into IT, and he has even sat in World Trade Center. As he said, in last 65-75 years, human beings have progressed a lot. The computers have grown or shrinked in the size, but expanded in their capabilities. Today, everybody's Android phone is a computer. That is remarkable. He said, even what has happened is the currency is going to vanish, and after a few years, you will not get notes only. Everything will be digital. Third thing which he said is, very soon what is going to happen is that the cars are not going to drive only on the road. Trials are successful in New York. Uber has done the trial. Cars are also going to fly in the air. And fourth thing he said is, everything is going to become online. He said even 25%, 30%, 40%, 50%, then you don't need, even in the colleges also, things are going to be managed online. Fine, the new education policy also talks a lot of ODL, and we were waiting for its implementation due to various reasons, and now due to COVID it has not come. But we had in KK we had lot of parlays on that, and we had lot of discussions on this new education policy, and we realized that we need to go for ODL, we need to go for e-content generation, need to go for online teaching learning assessment procedure. And so already we were thinking, and now we had to set in the action. I have certain apprehensions about the teaching, learning, and assessment, and I will request today's esteemed speaker, who not only is technically very sound. I happen to see his YouTube's on various topics, particularly on pharmaceutics, as well as little bit on IPR and even pharmacovigilance and all. But he is also very much into ICT tools. So I have certain apprehensions. The personal touch, the physical touch, the offline touch, sometimes like the Gurukul method or whatever, you are more sure of getting the attendance. You are more sure of getting the attention. You are more sure of, giving the hands-on skill, particularly for the practicals. And particularly the assessment, you are more sure of the transparency and supervision. So these are certain things one will have to really struggle hard. And I am going to request Dr. Satish to touch something which I am very much excited to know about, what you say, the virtual labs and the now the influx of artificial intelligence driving it. So I think we are all very much awaiting for a big feast of knowledge. And with all this, I congratulate the today's coordinator for bringing such a good guest, and I wish all the best for a wonderful and very, very informative session. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Just,
Madam.
thank you very much. Yeah. Shall I start, sir?
Yeah, I think she has to give your introduction. Somebody has to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. It's my immense pleasure to introduce today's eminent speaker and my teacher, Dr. Satish Polshettiwal, sir. Sir is having more than 15 years of teaching research experience. Presently, he is working as Associate Professor and Director Career Services in Faculty of Pharmacy at Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University School of Pharmacy, Pune. Sir is having his own YouTube channel with more than 1100 subscribers and 11,000 students followers. Sir is recipient of many national and international prestigious awards like Best Faculty in Pharmacy, Best Scientist Award, South Asian Education Award 2019, Shikshan Shri Award 2019 from the Indo-Nepal Samrashtra Organization, New Delhi, Outstanding Researcher in Pharmaceutics under the Pharmacy discipline by Venus International Foundation, which is recognized trust by the Government of India, and many more. Sir has participated and presented research papers in various national and international conferences. Sir has published more than 45 research and review articles in national and international index journal. He has published 3 textbooks on pharmaceutical microbiology, pharmaceutical engineering, etc. He is having 3 patents on his name. As a training and placement officer, Sir has placed more than 400 students of pharmacy in various national and international industry. Sir has also delivered many guest lectures and expert talks at different colleges around the India on various topics like career opportunities after pharmacy, CGMP, computer-aided drug delivery, and many more. Sir has guided more than 30 M-Pharma students. Sir is consultant of 6 well-known pharmaceutical companies. Sir is well-known speaker for many national and international webinars. With this brief introduction of Sir, I request you to take a charge of session and light our audience and participant with your talk. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, you have crossed 200, huh? You have crossed 200.
Thank you. It's because of your efforts. This is the result of your efforts, all team efforts, I could say. Yeah. Indeed, it's a great pleasure for such a nice introduction by a very dynamic professor, young professor Deepali Karan ma'am. And I really express my gratitude, sincere gratitude to the management of KK Wag College of Pharmacy, Sri Balasaheb D. Wag sir, President KK Education Society Nashik. Also, I would like to express my sincere thanks for inviting me as a resource person to my most respected person in the field of pharmacy and my mentor, I could say, Dr. K. Jain sir, and the principal of this KK Wag College of Pharmacy, and who is leading this institute very nicely. Just now we heard about many things. Then I also express my sincere thanks to Dr. R.A. Hirole sir for coordinating this activity and taking initiative for bringing this platform to all budding pharmacists, I could say. And thanks to all participants on all the teams of KK Wag College of Pharmacy for arranging such a nice platform and coordinating this activity very nicely. Okay, without taking time, I really thanks to all participants also for attendance is more than 200 cross. Really, I appreciate the effort taken by the team of KK Wag College of Pharmacy. My topic is very fascinating. That is a need of our, we could say, opportunities and challenges in rebuilding education sector in post-COVID-19 era. Education 4.0, that is need of our. We all are aware about that. This day we are not, all are uncertain, unpredictable. We are not, thought about this day that we are supposed to be locked down, completely remain in your home since last 2.5 months. That is we call that is the era of uncertainty. We call it era of radical uncertainty. Nothing is predictable. You all of you know. We should always make ourselves future ready rather than industry ready, rather than today's ready. That is very important. You have to always cope up these challenges. Now the time is there. Now we have to utilize this quality time, I could say, for making yourself future ready. Now time is there. You can utilize this time and you can generate your ideas. You can create the content, and definitely this webinar will give you many insights, and you can redefine your role. You all of you know teacher role has been changed now. It's facilitator. You have to redefine your role, redefine the definition of teacher. Now it has been changed. Okay, let us begin with this topic. Before start my session, let me open my disclaimer. The content of these slides are intended for educational purpose only, purely for personal use. And this presentation is based on publicly available information, that is we called as OER, Open Educational Resources Material. The views presented are the views of presenter, not necessarily to authors, employer, organization. Today, I'm going to take in this entire 1 hour session. Thanks for this all introduction and really very nice information given by Dr. K. Jain. What is the need of our, why we are moving towards this kind of a technology. We have to redefine many things. Maybe education policy is coming, maybe in future. Definitely we should ready for that. So I'm going to talk on the virtual classroom, that is of our effective use of this virtual classroom and webinar through digital free software tools. Also a very fascinating tool that I'm going to open in front of you, that is virtual practical lab. Nobody has thought about this particular lab, but this lab we have started this, doing these things, and we have completed near about 30-40% work of this all practicals. Then I'm going to touch upon this online question paper setting. That is a really, all of you know, we are doing offline paper setting. That is different than this online paper setting. One has to understood how you have to set the question papers for this online assessment and online paper setting. Then e-content creation, that is also one need of our, maybe in the form of PPT, in the form of video, in the form of animation, in the form of any kind of creation. That is we call it e-content creation. Now time is there, we can utilize this time for this purpose. Then how to engage a student very effectively, how we can make them active learner, critical learner, and creative learner. That is a need of our. Okay, now system, whatever the now system, what you're implementing, that is nothing but we are swallowing and vomiting. That is the kind of system. Nothing they're getting, outcome is zero. So we have to always redefine, we have to redefine our role. We have to make our student, problem solver. That is very important. We can either give the problem to them, yeah, you can make them problem solver. You can start from your university only, your KK Wag College Pharmacy. Let them think about their environment, let them think about different problems and ask to work on the problems. Definitely we can get many innovation. Then introduction, new LMS system, that is learning management system, that I'm going to tell you. I am really happy that KK Wag College team is doing and using that LMS system very nicely. We have the, I think you have the ERP system, rightly said by Dr. K. Jain sir. Then next, I'm going to talk on different online courses for skill development and knowledge. That is also very need of our. You all of you know, Now the time is there. We can upgrade your knowledge, upgrade your skills through certain online certificate courses. Many students are asking us, so which course we supposed to join? Definitely, I'm going to highlight on the different courses which are available on virtually on website. Our former president rightly said, Dr. that is Abdul Kalam, ABCD is very, very important in order to make our Indian population empowered. That is lacking. So one has to understood ABCD, rightly said by Dr. K. Jain also. ABCD, what is ABCD? That is, A is augmented reality, that is AR technology. Then artificial intelligence. Then B is blockchain technology that we are using in Amazon and all Flipkarts using the supply chain management. This is a very, very important system. Then C is cloud-based system. That is also very, very important. All of you know, everybody now looking after the cloud-based. You must be having your own server in your KK Wagh College of Pharmacy. Definitely, that is a need of hour. Now everybody is looking after this. Now your CPU has been changed to GPU. All of you must be aware. Now, whenever you are going to purchase new laptop, a new PC, you might have thought about this day. That is called as a GPU, graphical processing units, rather than CPU. CPU has been gone. Nobody is now believe on the that data storage. They're believe on a virtual storage. Then D is data science. We have a big data science. That is a new era coming. That is data mining, data science. Many colleges have started the courses on that. Big data science. Maybe in the form of pharmacy, it could be used for drug discovery. Bioinformatics tools could be used for drug discovery. So Jain sir is the expert in that field. Okay. So definitely the data science would be the one of the best area, one of the future where our student can start thinking of that. Then and only we can make our Indian population more and more empowered. That is a lacking. So students are not employable. Okay, that is a problem. As per the survey of AICTE, only 30% students are employable. That is a study, that is survey have been taken by AICTE only. That is really, we have to redefine our role, redefine the many things. We need to establish this education 4.0 in our education system. You all know the world is changing forever. It has, because this COVID-19 taught us many things. So the ultimate, prescription for the change is adoption. You have to adopt this new system. If you are, if you resist this system, the survival of the, it is very painful if you resist these particular things. You have to blend it. You have to you're always going with this cognitive skill. You have to develop the cognitive skill in students. Then design thinking, that is also very important. Then communication skill. There are three important things that is need to be developed in the student minds. Then and only we can make our Indian system, Indian population more and more empowered. That is lacking. Employability skill is lacking in our students. We have to improve that. So for that, problem-based learning would be the best solution. You make them problem solver. You make them active learner rather than passive learner. Then forced entrepreneurship would be the new era. Maybe all of you know that we are the really fortunate people that we are the part and parcel of very, very noble profession, that is pharmacy. We are having so many ample opportunity. You all of you know, in healthcare system is surviving. Many industry are coming in India. Chinese company are coming from India. Because of they feel Indian Indian things are. India is a very secure place for the establishment of new venture. For US company also coming in India. Means our students are getting a lot of chances for getting employability. That means employabilities are there. Only thing is that you have to make employable. That is the problem. So ego is one important. All of you know, everybody is having ego. You remove E from that and go ahead. Definitely you can become a good person and good teacher. That is the need of our. Then that is a very important. You have to develop the skill, professional skill, knowledge through many courses are there. We have to make our students very, very smart. That is the need of our. You all of you know how our education system have been drastically transformed or translate to traditional to the modern era. We are witness now our generation. Okay, that is we were having 1.0 education. That is Rushimani education. All this we had we were having this education. Okay, in you all of you 1960, 1980. That is education 1.0. Then after the discovery of ink, and because of that we could get book and all. You all of you know. That era we called education 2.0, and that era was ended in 1999. The new era was started because of e-library and this books came into picture. That is education 3.0. Now this era ended in 2000. Now new era coming in picture, that is 2018. You all of you know that era is called as education 4.0. After this digital revolution, we understood IT, we understood artificial intelligence, we understood machine learning. Because of that, now this is the kind of revolutionary things happening in the education system. One has to adopt this education 4.0 in order to make our teaching learning process more and more effective and make our student future ready. That is very important. What is happening after 4 years down the line, or 5 years down the line, that we are not predicting. So we should ready for that. We should ready ourselves for the tackling of these particular things. Okay, that is very, very important. Our president, former president Abdul Kalam rightly says, IT plus IT is equal to IT square. What is IT? Information technology. If we just integrate this IT with the Indian talents that we have, so we can make better tomorrow. We can make India's tomorrow. We can make Indian population more and more empowered. That is the need. That is very, very important. So transforming the future education system into this digital era, that is really need of our. Okay, this is the right opportunity for all of us. All of you know, during this pandemic situation, this pandemic outbreak, many things we learned, many things taught us. Okay, so really it's a nice chance. I could say it's a good opportunity for all the teachers, all the learner to redefine their role, and you rebuild all the things, and you can make ourselves future ready. We are moving toward the personalized learning. You all of you know now new area is coming, that is personalized learning. Because in your class, maybe some students are fast learners, some are slow learners, some are average learner. But whatever teaching methodology you're using are same. That means that system is fit for all. One size fit for all. That doesn't work in future now. We have to look after the personalized learning depending on the student mindset. Their IQ level is different. IQ UQ level is different. So we have to think about that. We have to redefine all this terminology now. That we are moving toward that learning process. We have to use these modern pedagogical methods. Maybe thinking-based learning, design-based learning, flipped classroom. They are the new area, a new learning process one has to adopt. Then and only we can make our Indian population more and more empowered, and we can improve, we can enhance the employability skill. Maybe from 30% to 80%, 100%, maybe in future. That is the outcome of our, this kind of learning process. Change is here. It's here to stay. It will be most painful if we resist it. That is really going to be impact a lot. Unless and until you change yourself, okay, then and only we can survive in the particular field. All of you know it's an era of radical uncertainty. It is nothing you can predict. All are uncertain. So now education reforms, new pedagogical system you have to adopt. This traditional method, that is swallowing and vomiting, would not work. You have to always believe on cognitive skill. You have to improve the cognitive skill of the student. Design thinking. What is design thinking? Nothing but we have to make them, we have to mind map the system. We have to give them some problems and let them decide, let them think on the problems. Student mind get activate, a trigger, ignite to think on that problem. Because that is called as active learning process. That we have to implement in our education system. That is a lacking in our education system. We are dealing with all the students by comparing all students are equal mind, but that is not a reality. All of you know. That is very, very important. Okay, you have to always look after this concept that is called as nothing but redefine the system, our system. Communication skill also one of the important parameter one has to understood. Then blended learning. You have to always blend this offline and online learning. I understood our physical learning, our offline learning is the strength, our physical strength. That is really, we should not forget. That spirit should not forget. That is our really strength. But you can start blending this kind of ICT tools, embedded this system into your education system. Then and only it will work. Yeah. So mode and monuments is going to be changed. You always, this is very, very important. We are moving toward the personalized learning. Either you can make our student job creator, yeah, job seeker. But job creator is always important. Now see how our system have been transformed or translate from the shift to teaching to deep learning. I could say deep learning. That is very, very important. Now our systems, traditional systems are teacher center. Now it has to be changed from student center. We have to make our teaching learning process, our pedagogical techniques, for the student centric point of view. That is very, very important. It has been drastically changed now. Transfer knowledge having gone now. Now we are because knowledge they are getting from various sources. They have Google, Professor Google are there. At one single click, they will get information. Now it's very easy to find out the literature, find out the things at one click because everything is available on OER, Open Educational Resources material. Transfer knowledge has gone. Now we have to make our student discovered. You have to always make them problem solver. You can give the problem to them. Yeah, you can make them problem solver. So passive learning has gone. Now what we are doing, we are giving the notes maybe through WhatsApp, through email, through ERP. But what is the outcome that you have to need to assess? Outcome-based learning is very, very important. How much they are getting. We understood in pharmacy percolation process, extraction process. It has to be percolate properly, permeate properly. Then and only it will show the therapeutic activity. All of you know 100% viability is very, very important. We expect 100% viability. What is that? That is nothing but the permission of the knowledge into students. We have to impart this knowledge to students. That is very, very important. That is active learning process. We can make our student creative, creative and critical learner so as to find get trigger for that particular path. That I'm going to also talking on that, how to set the paper to make them active learners. Then competitive era has been gone now. We have to make them cooperative. That is very, very important. You always cooperate to students. That is very, you have to always cooperate rather than competitive. Focus on input is gone now. We have to always focus on outcome. This is outcome-based learning, because you are NAC, NBA, all nothing but the objective are nothing but outcome-based learning. How much you are getting, whatever the system you are implemented, what is the outcome of that system? That is going to be, assess. That is going to be more and more important, beneficial. Set lecture time has gone now. Now students are opted their time, variable time. Maybe you can upload the video on YouTube, maybe on Facebook, and many channels are there, and student can see as per their convenience time. That time has come now. Now all the process have been drastically changed. Answering questions have been gone now. It has to become on asking questions. You have to ask the questions. You have to make them critical learner. Then material cover is not going to be important. So how much syllabus you have covered during your curriculum is not going to be, important. How much competency have been developed. So for that you can refer Miller indices. All of you know Bloom taxonomy we can use for setting question papers. We understood that Bloom taxonomy, Miller indices, that was used for the medical, medical college for improving, enhancing the competency for learner. That is really going to be beneficial in order to make our Indian population more and more empowered. Then and only, our student get placed very good company. Otherwise, what happens? All of you know, this is the era of competition. For one post, near about 100 students are applying. So you have to make, ready. You have to prepare yourself ready for that particular post. So like that kind of environment, that kind of, culture have to be created in our organization. That is the need of our. So all of you know, we are talking about quality by design in education, like in drugs, in pharmaceutical industry. We understood QBD. What does it mean? What is QBD? QBD is nothing but we are expecting the quality in the products. The quality is itself built in your products. Only thing is that you have to control from the starting. That is your raw material. That is input, your students. Your system should be student centric, because they are going to be, a brand ambassador of your institutes. Instead of giving ad in the paper, in the newspaper, electronic media, if you just focus on your student learning, that will be the more, that is going to be one of the important system, one of the critical attributes we could say in quality-based education. QBD, that is the quality central components. Then next, parents. Parents are very important critical components in the quality-based education, because they are believe on the accomplishment of the students, how much they are accomplished, how much they are learning from your organization. That is going to be one of the stakeholder. Your system should be flexible, always flexible. Then employer is very, very important. All of you know, you have to make our student more and more employable. Then and only your name, your fame would be reached to the maximum people. Then teacher play vital roles. It acts as a facilitator now. Less than teacher, because teacher is very important component in our system. But your system should be student centric, not teacher centric. Then and only we can maintain the academic integrity and quality education. All of you know integrity. In pharmaceutical industry also we talk about integrity, data integrity. Here academic integrity. That is very, very important. All of you know in US and other countries, they are looking after the quality-based products. Yeah, we call as data integrity. That is a major concern in pharma industry. In education system, we are concerned about academic integrity. So how we can get academic integrity and quality education? If you focus in 360 angles, then and only. You have to focus on plagiarism. We have to focus on many things. Plagiarism also another issue. I'm not going to talk on this, but that would be really another area. Many students are submitting the assignment, they're copying and pasting and submitting that assignments. So whether you are checking that assignment through some plagiarism software or not, that is also very important. So you have to make our student understood about this kind of technology, this kind of important things. What is this education 4.0? Many people talking about industry 4.0, education 4.0. What does it mean? That is nothing but the you have to adopt this new system of virtual reality, AR, AI system, artificial learning, machine learning. These are the things we need to implement now. Now time has come, because now all of you know we cannot wait and watch. आप लोग अगर wait and watch करेंगे for कि ये कोरोना ये जब जाएगा तब देखेंगे, then time will not come again. This time, this would be the quality time. One has to utilize this time properly. One has to, adopt this system. Adoption is the key that already I told you. Virtual classroom is one of the, effective methods where we can engage our students. E-content creation would be part of Education 4.0. Then problem and project-based learning, that I already told. I focus on that. That is really going to be one of the important parameter, critical attribute in the Education 4.0. We have to make our student problem and project-based learning. So we in MIT started, putting that innovation box. We mostly kept the box suggestion box and virtual box. That is we call as complaint box. Instead of that, if you put one box, that is called innovation box, problem solver box. Definitely, it could be the one of the revolutionary things that could happen. Maybe many students have a lot of things in their minds. So we can give the platform like that. Instead of complaint suggestion, we put one box, that is innovation box. That would be the great idea. We are started and we are really getting so much input from the students. This would be one of the model from MIT, we could say. Then virtual library, that I am going to focus on that. Virtual library and virtual lab. That is one of the key component in my presentation. Virtual lab. Then revised lesson. Your education system, your lesson plan, a course model have to be changed for next 1 or maybe 2 semesters. We don't know what is going to be happen for next semester, but we should ready for that. We should revise our plan. We should revise all these things. Now we have to engage our student through virtually now. Like that, you to consider, and we can revise all this thing. Now time has come. We need to change. These are the drivers of Education 4.0. Future skill, we always ready for that. Then a personal data, a personalized learning, collaborative learning, flipped classroom, design thinking, design-based learning, mind mapping. They are the kind of learning process coming in future. What is Education 4.0? Just now I told, anywhere, anytime. Student can learn anywhere, anytime. That is called as flexible pedagogy, flexible learning, personalized learning. That we are talking about personalized medicine, like that personalized learning. Personalized medicine is the medicine which is, not fitted for one individual. It is fitted for, that means we can make it the molecule for the individual therapy to avoid the side effects. That is called as personalized medicine. Similarly, for personalized learning, we can make according to the IQ, EQ level of the students. That is called as anywhere, anytime they can learn. Flexible delivery. Delivery should be flexible. Now see, I am here in my home and you are listening to me. That is what? Flexible delivery. I am delivering my session from my home very comfortably. Okay, you can also comfortably listen by taking the cup of tea and coffee. Coffee लेके भी आप सुन सकते हैं, बैठ सकते कर सकते हैं without any kind of stress in your minds. That is a kind of a kind of things that is happening with this virtual technology. Then we all know we can get the peer and mentors. That's the flexibility in mentor also, getting the mentors, because students are getting flexibility. They can choose their mentor. They can get the knowledge from anywhere, from any platform. And ownership is very, very important. Like in our college, our institutes, unless and until you take ownership of your institute, we cannot grow. That is the need of our, we could say. Many faculty are not taking ownership. So many factors are there, but I would suggest to all faculty, my colleagues, fellow colleagues, take the ownership and ask the student to take ownership. This means they have to feel your college is their, their home, like that. घर पे जैसे अपन काम करते हैं, like that they should feel कि ये मेरा घर है. That is that. Then and only we can survive. Then and only we can grow, and we can make our student more and more empowered. That is very, very important. Without wasting time, now I'm just going to take you on virtual tour. Everybody now may be excited to learn about this virtual lab. So I'm directly taking on the virtual lab tour. How it looks like this. I'll directly taking on that. I hope you all are getting properly. Yeah, I'll open this virtual lab. Okay. I hope I'm visible. My screen is visible to one and all. Yeah, we'll just open 2 minutes. We'll type. Okay, so it's a kind of a virtual lab. Means we can simulate yourself, that you can feel that you are in the lab and you are doing the practicals. But it is virtual. Nothing is going to waste. Nothing is going to be lost. Whatever the things, because these are all are already practical, which is best on your first year have different practicals, second year is having different practicals. So we have set various practicals on this virtual lab where we can sit in the lab and we can do the experiments. Only the thing is that one facilitator is required to facilitate you how to do that, how to miss, like in lab also we do that. The teacher is there and teacher will give you some instruction. Lab manual is there, like that it is there. Okay, it will take time. to upload because it has some animation. Yeah, it will open. Okay. Till that time, I'll just show you all these things. Okay. Yeah, this is lab. You could see over here. Okay. Here like tables are there. Virtually chemicals are kept on the tables. Okay. These robots are there who could guide you during your experiments if something goes wrong. Okay. Here they have kept some micropipettes. Oven are there. Everything like it's your lab only, but virtually available. Okay. Let me open. Yeah. Will take time. But really, it's a fascinating tool because you can use till this pandemic situation. Maybe afterwards also it would be useful to learn it on virtually. Then you can go to your wet lab. Okay, it's a dry lab study, we could say. You're working on virtual platform, virtual background. Now this era will come in future. So I'm designing some courses on that also. I have designed some courses where we can learn many things on the different aspects like standardization of excipients, standardization of different APIs, many things we can do. Yeah, it will prepare it now. Yeah, will take 2 minutes. Please wait. Yeah, I'll just start. Okay, this is a mouse where we can control your activities, like right and click rotate for this left things we can use for interaction, and this ball is for zoom out and zoom in. Okay, yeah, this we can control through your mouse. Now robot is there. This is one experiments that is for acidic radical of the salt. Okay, that is we are doing experiments. This for demo purpose I have just giving. Okay, many experiments we could find over here. Yeah, I'll just open this now. Yeah, now you could see over here. Okay, labs are there, boards also there in your class also. Practical lab you will find the board. No? First you have to introduce the lab manual, means the practical details. It is there in the PDF form. Now you have to open the PDF first before going to start the experiment. We have to explain the learning objective, material methods, each and everything, the importance of the practicals through this lab manual. So students, you have to explain. Okay, it will open now. I hope it is visible to all of you. Yeah, Dipali madam, is it visible? Anyone can speak. Hello.
It's visible.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. That's why I'm checking just. Yeah. So there's a practical detection of chloride radical in inorganic salt. Okay, so like in lab manual, we explain the description of practical, learning objective, then we explain the material methods, we explain the methodology step by step. Okay, this is the way we can discuss to students. If some students are not, some students are fast learners, their IQ level is less. Okay, some are average learner. For that, we have created video also. They can see the video, animated video, how it has to be done. Means you have to think about the all perspective. I already have told 360 degree. Always you have to think about 360 degree perspective. Considering all the student point of view, not only a fast learner point of view, maybe average learner, slow learner, they will also understood. No? So like this. Now see, this is a video.
Chloride radicals in inorganic salts. Cleanse a small amount of the salt in a vessel using a spatula. 2 milliliters of water and shake the testing well. Release the solubility of salt. Salt using a spatula. Then drops of sulfuric acid. Then moisten the glass rock with hydroxide. Sodium chloride salt reacts with the sulfuric acid, resulting in the formation of colorless hydrogen chloride gas. Ammonium hydroxide
Yeah, this way we can explain the students. If students not understood through PDF, we can show them. Here the slow learner student also understood over here. Okay, Then next, enrichment, that is very, very important. Even language also, we can set language according to that local and all these things. Okay. Now we have only 3-4 languages are there. Okay. It is upgrading now. Enrichment, next, very, very important. Whenever you are going to start any experiments, you have to always enrich. You have to tell the importance of the practical, application of the practical. Then and only student interest will create. That is very, very important. Interest of the students, very, very important. Your system should be student centric. Did you know about the practicals like that? Like sodium chloride is known as salt or halide, like this. So, okay, regarding this information about this sodium chloride, it's the byproduct of potassium mining. So these are kind of updates we can give to students. Student interest will develop over here in this practical. Next, after this, then we can, finally exercise. But before that, they have to perform the experiments. So here robots are there. This kind of artificial intelligence. He will guide you. Okay, during your experiments, we can also now see they have kept the NaCl over here, potassium permanganate, all the solution that is required. Dustbin also there, burner is there. Everything is kept like our lab is there, like that it is kept. You can occupy it near about 4 to 5, 6 students over here. Okay, now see, we can take the spatula, we can take the pinch of this NaCl, we'll put onto this. So in between, this artificial intelligence, this robot will ask the questions whether you are doing the experiment in right way or not. He will be act as a monitor, a real-time monitor, we could say. So now the salt, shape, and color always colorless. That is NaCl. So that is the learning. So from that, student will understand. Yeah, it is like this. Okay. Now we have to add over here. That is called as in-process quality control, like that. In-process learning, in-process monitoring. Now you have to put the water, incorporate the water over here. That you can do it. Okay, it's a virtual things, nothing is going to be best. Okay, you can do multiple times, repeat these things unless and until you understood. Everything is predictable because this experiment is already you know what is going to be happen. Then even they ask the question in between, like the solubility in water, what NaCl is soluble in water, we can like this, we can understood the understanding. Okay, submit it like this. So we can go ahead with the entire experiments, we can perform the experiments over here. Okay, and we learn it all these things. Okay, the robot is there, will guide you. Something goes wrong, if you're doing some mistake over here, robot will guide you like this, step by step will tell you. I believe we must be by testing the solubility of salt in water. That is the next step. That is a step by step, he will guide you. He or she will guide you. We can say it's now a robot. Yeah. I hope you understood this. Many experiments are there, over near about 70 experiments we have been added up till now with the collaboration with one company. Okay. I'm really fortunate to be part of that project. Okay. Definitely, I'll explore this thing to you. I'll share this link to Dipali ma'am. Definitely, we can also get access of this lab. Okay. Yeah. Now, next. I hope I understood. I'll take the question later on. Let me finish my, maybe I'll take more 20-30 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is, we understood all these things. This is the kind of model. I forget to mention about exercise now. Lastly, we can do the exercise. Okay. So where we can, they will ask some questions based on your experiments. So whether you understood that experiments or not, that we can do exercise. Like these questions will appear on your screen and you have to start attempting that questions. From that, you'll come to know whether you understood a practical or not. That is that they are checking. Means this is the model, a real-time model, we could say. Starting from your assignment, that is PDF, lab manual, video, we can show them. Then we can enrich their knowledge. Then they have to perform the experiments. Then we can exercise, and you can reload if you want to perform the again this practical, reload this again, you reload, because nothing is going to be waste. Virtually you have to do all these things. Yeah, sorry. Just a minute. Next things I'm going to tell you different courses which is available. Sorry. Yeah. That is very, very important because many students and teachers also asking which course we are supposed to join during this pandemic situation, because all of you know many colleges are conducting webinar, FDP. So now it is up to you which course, which webinar you have to join. Now that is called as flexible learning, we could say. It's the best example of flexible learning. Means you have to be choosy. You have आपको choose करना है क्या learn करना है. Now you have to be personalized. That is called as, now we are moving towards personalized learning. That is really a live example in front of you. Now you can think, you have to decide which webinar you are supposed to join, because n number of webinars, n number of series is going on online. Only thing is that you have to be now selective in which particular direction you have to go. So I would suggest you go with the Coursera. It's very important website. They have near about 12,000 courses are there. Among I found there about 75 courses which are very beneficial for pharmacy students or pharmacy faculty also. They have free courses also, some are paid courses, which is founded by a Stanford professor. Then Swayam, it's the largest platform in the world. You must be aware about that. Okay, largest platform. Swayam, it's a Government of India initiative. It's a part of MOOC courses, massive online open courses, which will having so many courses. I found near about 7 to 8 courses which are very beneficial for pharmacy faculty. Then Allison also some courses are there. Has 1000 high quality online certificate courses. Many of the courses are freely available because of this pandemic, because of COVID outbreak. They have made this facility available free of cost. We really we have to now we have to encash all these things. We have to utilize this time for generating upgrading your skill. Then freeeducator.com also there. Then where we found near about 7 to 8 courses of pharmacy courses are there freely available. Then classcentral.com, where you will find some courses based on maybe artificial intelligence, based on some learning methodology, Bloom taxonomy, Miller indices, flipped classroom. You'll find some courses on that. You join that courses, you can upgrade your knowledge. Then if you're planning, if you are really, those are pharmacology background, I would suggest visit this pharmalesson.com in order to understand GLP, good laboratory practice, good clinical practice, and pharmacovigilance. Free courses are there. Near about 5 courses are there. They are recently added. We can join. It's a 1 or 2 month, I think 2-month course. Already I have also joined. I am not a part of that college, but really because you see, we have to fascinate about it. You have to always passionate to learn. आपको learn करना है, knowledge लेना है, तो you can join, no problem. You can upgrade your skill. Then VBox to check the employability skill, especially for your student. If you want to check the employability skill of your student, I would suggest it's a AICT platform, VBox. Many faculty are not aware about that. VBox.com, where we can check the employability skill. You can ask your final year student, M.Pharm, B.Pharm student, to visit on this VBox, register it. Even you can give one SPOC for that, single point contact from your organization. So I am the single point contact from that particular training and placement. Through that I conduct many tests for the students, freely available. Okay. Then TCS Ion, it's recently have been introduced. They also giving so many things where you can check the employability skill, and some courses are there. Udemy also one very good website where we can find some courses which are really beneficial to upgrade your skill and knowledge. E-Abhiyan, really, I really appreciate in Government of India for initiation of this E-Abhiyan, where you will found near about more than 1 or 2 lakh books available for UG and PG courses. E-books, I found near about 70-80 books which are very beneficial and useful for pharmacy students. Then recently UGC have come up with this YouTube channel. Many faculty are not aware about that. You will find many very IIT and all IISc professor lecture on the YouTube channel. We can upgrade your knowledge. We can share the link to our students. Then ePathshala is another where also you will find many courses, many videos of expert teachers from IIT professor and all other professor. You can take a snapshot of this, no problem. Even I'm going to share this presentation to you. No problem. Did not worry about that. Okay, I'm there always available. Then free online tools available. Many faculty, many teachers are being asking to me for particular broadcasting, virtual classroom, webinar, streaming app, which desktop sharing, which particular app I should use. I should install in my phone, install in my PC. These are the tools which are very beneficial for pharmacy faculty, I would say, because being a pharmacy faculty, I'm really feeling proud. Okay, because I've gone through so many things. I found these are the very important website, virtual classroom software, which are freely available. Only thing is that you have to utilize it. Practice make man perfect. Unless and until you learn it, understand it, and practice it, you can't go ahead. That again, ego comes. Okay, you remove ego, from your ego and go ahead. Okay, that is very important. Nothing is impossible in this world. Impossible words say I am possible. Virtual classroom, you might have used Google Classroom, which is really a fantastic application. It's a kind of user-friendly application where we can create a virtual classroom, we can conduct the online exam, we can assign the notes, we can share the things, we can create the topics, we can create a survey. You might have created your application, their registration form through Google Classroom only, like Docs we use for that. I'm going to explore you this another LMS system, EasyClass, today, because in 1 hour time, it is not sufficient, it's not possible to take one and all. Okay, it will take again then 5 to 10 hours to conduct all these things. Okay, but I will try my best level to explain the important things. Then Zilumio is very good model, very good, kind of virtual platform where we can create a courses and we can share the courses to the student. Different learning courses, upgradation courses we can create. Our teacher also can create the course on PV, on CDM, yeah, job-based course we can say, where we can improve the employability skill of those students. That is need of our. Apart from your syllabus, we can also create a new courses just to upgrade your knowledge. That we are done in our MIT. We have introduced many courses on IPR, PV, CDM. Because of that, we could get a placement. That is the ultimate outcome of my efforts. Then webinar, Zoom is one of the platform, but government have given some advisory to not to use the Zoom because of some browser security on that. So I would not suggest to use Zoom, but I would suggest Cisco WebEx, which is having very good security. Even today we are on this platform. GoToMeeting is also very good platform where we can conduct the your webinar, your session online. Then GoBrunch is a freely available, where we can conduct the session of near about 409 participants. We can participate. This is a very good platform. I have created the video on all this LMS system or webinar 10 minutes video. You can visit my YouTube channel where you will find how to use GoBrunch, how to use Google Meet, how to use Cisco WebEx, how to use Google Classroom, Easy Class. Everything you will get on my YouTube channel. Then Hangout is there, Skype is there, MS Teamweaver is there. Recently, Government of India introduced this Say Namaste. It's the Government of India app. Say Namaste. Many people are not aware. Say Namaste is a Play Store application. We can download and we can conduct the meeting of 50 candidates freely. Okay, so it's a government app. Okay, Indian government have introduced just now. Then broadcasting. If you want to broadcast it, for example, now I am delivering session on this GoToMeeting. Now I have to broadcast my learning all this session on YouTube. So for that we need this streaming app. You have to upload the streaming app in your PC, your laptop, maybe OBS, StreamYard, Streamlab. Through that, we can go to live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Vimeo, Netflix, Amazon. Unless and until you use streaming app, you can't directly go with live. आपको live जाना है YouTube पे तो directly नहीं possible नहीं है. Unless until you have the streaming app on your. Streaming app is required. Many people are not aware about that. Okay, YouTube live जा सकते हैं, but we cannot share the screen then. If you want to share your screen, then you have to upload this. Then desktop sharing also. If you want to share your desktop, if you want to, आपको कुछ problem है desktop पे, वहाँ पे कुछ install नहीं हो रहा है, you can share your desktop on any disk. This is one web, application where I can access your, PC also. मुझे आपका PC access करना है यहाँ से, I can also access. I can do the multiple things on your PC. That is the beauty of this AnyDesk. A TeamViewer also there. Okay, but I found very friendly application. You can take a snapshot of that. Really, it would be useful in future. Then many people, many faculty been asking to me which software we have to utilize to install in your mobile phone, smartphone to generate the contents. It will take actually 1-2 hours to go one by one. Because of time constraint, I could not continue with this, but I will share some insight on that. Okay, which tool you are supposed to install in your, we can say, smartphones, even on computer, PC. Canva is very good app. Many people are not aware. Canva, where we can create a free templates. जो flyer बनाते हैं आप लोग. We are creating this flyer. Na? I also created many flyers. So we can create a flyers brochure on this Canva. We can create a video. We can mix it. Many things are there. Templates are there. Free templates are there. Only thing is that you have to know that things and you have to utilize that. Practice make man perfect. Again, I am very so thorough with Canva and all. I'm using that. Trello also, it's a but commercial app, but Canva is completely free. But Trello is commercial. If you want to make animated video, so we can then you have to pay some amount to them, and they definitely we can convert your presentation, your things in animated form. Lumenfy also one very important website where we can create a video, very nice video, very professional video, because we have seen various apps are there in your mobile phone. Because people are getting confused which app you are supposed to install. But I would suggest, as a pharmacist, as a faculty, as a facilitator, we could say, you have to use this app in your mobile phone. Bytable.com is one other website where we can create multiple things. Online image editor. आपको image का background निकालना है तो online you can do this. Online image editors. Very good, very fantastic app, I could say. Then mobile applications for video creation and editing. If you have your presentation on mobile phone and if you want to record that presentation, we can do it with this quick application. And DU screen recorder. Yeah, we can use a Skinocast-matic. That is also one use. But they, that is what is the limitation of the Skinocast-matic? The watermark is there on that. But in this app, you cannot, you will not get watermark in your recording. That is the beauty of this. InShot might be you're using. It's a very good app where we can remix the many things and we can create a video. So there are some applications that I found very useful pharmacy faculty. That's why I explore this to you. Okay. So I have created my own video on these particular things on my YouTube channel. You can also go to that. Okay. Then free online tools. Just now we talk on that. If you want to conduct the exam, online exam through some time limits, we can go with Testmos. You might have used this Testmos. Very good applications. Then Profos also there, where we can conduct multiple choice questions with time limits, with browser security also. Profos and Testmos. This is very good applications. Okay. This is a Go branch where you can see the screen, how it looks like that. You can see the virtual classroom like that. You could be over here, boards are there. We can share your PPT over here. Students are occupied the place over here like that. This virtual classroom we can create on Go branch. I have created my own video. Okay, we can visit if you want, and you can get enriched with these things. And now online paper setting via Google Forms. We can use Google Forms for paper setting. If you want to use short, if you want to use one line answer, go with short answer. If you want to make long answer questions, then you can use paragraph. For quiz, multiple choice, we can use option. There are options available on Google Forms. You might have seen check boxes, which is used for multiple answer correct. Drop down used for list of options, saving space. File upload is one option is there in Google Forms where it is used for giving assignments, asking assignment to students, submission of document image. Now next, rating over skill can be used for feedback. Now maybe you are utilizing this rating over skill for taking feedback from the participant. So we can use this rating over skill for that. Multiple choice grid also can be used for match the following and ranking. Checkbox grid can be used for match the following. These are the applications of Google Classroom and that Docs. Now today I'm introducing the free LMS tools, Easy Class. Okay, just next 5 minutes, and next 5 minutes I will explain some further parts of Bloom taxonomy. Then we'll stop. Okay, yeah. Let me take you directly on Easy Class. This is a free LMS system recently have been introduced. Easy Class. It's a web-based application. Very fantastic and very robust application, I could say. What you required, only you require your email ID over here and password. You have to just sign in. If you are new user, you log in that and sign in with your email ID. Now already I have created my class. We can create an online course for that. Okay, for Easy Class can be used for creating online course, online learning, teaching, learning process. It's a kind of virtual classroom. So very fantastic. It's unlimited space. That is the beauty. In Gmail, a Google Classroom, you'll be getting 15 GB space. Now they have upgraded from 10 to 15 because of COVID-19 outbreak. But Easy Class, you will get, that is unlimited space. That's the beauty, where we can upload and really highly secure app. Okay, it's highly secure. Now I've created the class for you can see this home page where you'll find your profile. You can create your profile. We can create your courses also like this. You can create a courses, like you can click on courses. Now see, I have created the courses for various online teaching learning process. Okay, you can add a class. Now just I am taking you this FDP, which is have been conducted for one college. Okay, yeah, I will just go with home. Okay, so we can create if you want to create a new class. Okay, then you can create a new class. Okay, yeah. You can invite instructor also. Okay, many teachers are there in your class. I'll take you on any one class. Okay, that I have created. Okay, you can create new class. You just create on click on this and create a course. If you want to create a course for example your college, KK Wag, like this KK Wag, you can create new also like KK Wag COP. Then class name, you can give the class name of FIB form, for example. If you want to create any new course, grade level, you can write the grade, because this can be used for various grades. Now it is undergraduate. Okay, you can create undergraduates. It can be used for school also. Enable moderation, always enable membership of role. Okay, yeah, save. These are free tools. Okay, it's a free, nothing you have to pay. It's a free LMS introduced. Now see, your name is appear over here. Now you can you can invite the students. Like we have Google, in Google Classroom we invite through access code. Now here also we give the access code. We have to just copy this code and you have to invite the students through access code. Yeah, you can put the email ID directly over here. Add member. You can directly add a member if you have email ID. You can just pull the email ID over here and invite them. But this is an easy method. You just share this code to students. Student can directly join this your course. Those are interested. So very okay. Now see, once you open this, then you can got it. Now say I'm creating your class your course have been created. Now you can upload your files over here. If your kind of announcement, you have to give like announcement of any particular subject, like pharmaceutics. You have to start teaching on this particular subject, pharmaceutics 1. You can give the upload the any kind of, if your syllabus, any kind of course model, you can upload this course model from your, you can upload your files also. We can store your files and you can share like this. You can take any of these files and you can upload this, okay, like this. It will appear over here, okay. Now see, the flyers will appear over here. We can write something over here also, instruction we can give. This course we are going to start from next month, like that. Whatever the instruction you are there, we can add that, okay. Then we can also give the assignment, discussion, everything. Like you have Google Classroom, no? Same things are there. You can give assignment also, you can create assignments like this. You can create a multiple choice with time also, like see, assignment name, you can write any assignment description over here, okay. Then assignment upgraded, okay, yeah, ungraded, graded. If you want to give grade or not, yeah, have to grade. Then marks means points, nothing but the marks. Then due date, you can give the due date also, at what date they have to submit the assignment, like this. Then you can give the timing also, what time they have to submit, okay. Then save it. You can upload the notes if you have any kind of notes are there, any links are there, YouTube link for example, link also you can give like this. We can give the link of your video, any kind of thing also you can give. Got it? Then save it. So that is really, it's a very good, unless and until you practice make man perfect. You start using application, you will get many things. We can give the quiz also, okay. Sorry, I'll just close it. Quiz. Here time limit also you can set. In Google Classroom we cannot set time limit, but here you can set time limit, like this. You can give the any names. I'm just time limit you can give for that particular thing. Save it, okay. We can upload your notes, based on that you can ask the questions like that. This is a very very good applications. Then next is, yeah, let us see, okay, because I not set the timing. You set time, yeah. Now see, you can set time also, at what time they have to submit the assignments. After that, save it, okay. Grade it. Sorry, something is wrong. Okay, due date is I asking due date, okay. Yeah, like this I can give, okay. I can save now. I hope you are getting, okay. Now see, then you can add the questions like this, okay. You can add true and false, multiple choice, short answer. You can, they have given the different choices for the question setting, okay. Even the settings are there. Time limit, you can set up time limit for particular questions, how much time you have to give. For example, 1 minute for one question, like that you can set timing. So that question will be appear for only 1 minute, after that it will disappear. Show results, you can show the result to them at the same time. After show correct answer. Randomized questions very important. Shuffling means question get reshuffle, means every student will get different kind of papers. Got it? Questions get reshuffle. Even internal option also get reshuffle. That option is there. That setting we can do. We can customize as per your need. Okay. Mark total points mark. You can add a questions over here. We can load previously created question also. If you have any data bank, if you have any banks from your, that you can pull that also question from that bank also. Okay. I'm creating now one questions that is true and false, for example. You can type the questions over here, then give the options, correct option, what create questions like that. Okay, got it? This kind of things we can do. Then we can see the gradings, gradebook also. We can, okay, gradebook of our entire, now there is no gradebook because it's a newly created. You can see the gradebook, entire gradebook. You can see the marks, total, average, their improvement, everything we can see over here. We can export also in the Excel sheet also, all these things. This is the kind of applications is freely available. I would say those college doesn't have this kind of facility, LMS facility like ERP facility. They can use this. Now practice make man perfect. The facilities are there. Only thing is that you have to make it this system available. We can create any new course, PV course, CDM course. Facilities are there. Only thing is that you have to utilize this facility and you have to make available these facilities to students. You have to be always proactive. That is the very important. Unless and until you take it, this kind of things. A teacher should have 5D principle: dedication, devotion, discipline, determination, and driving force. Then and only we can grow. Otherwise, it's not possible to grow. So we have to be always proactive. Then and only we can grow yourself as well as student. If student will grow, entire organization will grow. Entire organization will grow. Entire world is growing. That is the ultimate objective of any organization. You have to make our system, our student more and more empowered. Employability skill should be increased. That is the concern in education system. I hope understood. Okay, you can visit my video also. I have created one video on that entire things. We can get it all details. Now I'll touch upon a Bloom taxonomy and a paper setting within 5 minutes. Then we will finish this. I hope. Is it okay, Deepali ma'am? Shall we continue for 5 minutes next?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No issue.
Please, please. If you permit, I can continue. Sorry. Thank you for
Yes,
your
sir.
Sir, it is,
Definitely.
it is interesting. You continue, sir. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your concern. And yeah, I'll take not more than 5 minutes, next 5 minutes. Okay. Bloom taxonomy is very, very important. Many people, many faculty are using this Bloom taxonomy in their teaching learning process, but still I'm just revising because you have to define the system in order to develop the cognitive skill, affective and psychomotor activity. Very, very action-based system is very important. We plan it, but we doesn't execute the system. That is the need of our. We have to execute the system. So now the system traditional method is remembering, understanding. We are giving the knowledge to students, ask them to remember, understand it, and just asking to appear for exam. That system doesn't work now. You have to always make them problem solver. You have to make them a creator. Then and only they will accomplish and they will get a good job. That is the ultimate goal of any teaching learning process. You have to always go with this. That is called as nothing but a Bloom taxonomy, where we enhance the learning skill. So whenever you are designing a question papers, I would suggest to use a Bloom taxonomy. So for example, this one particular chapter, suspension. So now you are going to set a paper online mode. So always you have to think about how we can improve the level of thinking of the students, how we can make them a creative and critical thinker, how we can trigger their minds. If you ask the question in these traditional methods, define suspension and classify it, what they are doing, they are copying this word keyword and they're putting on Google. Professor Google is there, they will get answer of that questions. But instead of putting these questions, okay, if you ask the question in this way, what is the rationale for making suspension as a dosage form? How will you classify the dispersed system based on its stability? This question answer they won't get in Google. So that is the things. Whenever you're setting question paper, always think about this line, because now they are using at the platform from their home only. They have the freedom, but now you have to utilize these things properly. Got it? Now your thinking level is very high, because for this question they have to think, they have to decide the things. That is very, very important. So the Bloom taxonomy is knowledge base is converting into the translating into evaluation or creative based. This is it has been changed from nouns to verbs after it was invented. Yeah, we could say proposed by that Bloom's scientist. Okay. Now in 2001 it has been replaced. If this word is replaced with the creation, that is verb. Okay. Bloom taxonomy talked about this creation, accomplishment. You have to make our student more and more creator. Level 1, if you just start about Bloom taxonomy, if you want to set a paper by using level 1, that is knowledge base that we are doing. Remembering previously learned information, that doesn't work now. If you ask the question likewise, just I am taking one example, Enlist brand name of aspirin, they are not going to learn anything, because Enlist, they are just taking the brand name from the Google and they are giving you. Now what they are learning? Nothing. Already information is there, they are providing to you. Nothing they are learning, outcome is zero. Next level, level 2, that is comprehension. That is demonstrate the understanding of the fact. If you ask the questions like this, explain paraldehyde is stored in dark and cool place. What they are getting here, understand. They only understand the concept. That also going to not work. Okay, you have to make our student more and more problem solver. So for that, you have to always move ahead. Some example I have taken over here, okay, just for your understanding. Next is sample question, that is level 3, that is application part. Apply knowledge on actual situation like this. Identify the heterocycle present in the structure. So here they are applying the knowledge and they're applying knowledge to actual situation. That is a question based on that. This is the called as level 3. We are moving towards the a creator, a creation. How does it work? How does it apply this knowledge? Okay. Then next is analysis. Break down the object or ideas into simpler and find evidence to support a generalization. Sample question I am just putting in front of you just to make you understood. Draw the schematic diagram for mechanism of action of metronidazole. What they are doing, they are breaking this object and their ideas into simpler form. Find evidence to support generalization. Like these questions comes under level 4. Then we move to the next level, level 5, that we are expecting, level 5, level 6, that is evaluation. Make and define judgment based on internal evidence or external criteria. Like this, predict and justify the activity of the following components. Here, their mindset get triggered. Their mindset, predict the side, because they have to predict, they have to judge This answer won't get in the Google. Got it? Now we are moving to next, that is we are expecting, that is level 6, creator. We have to make a creator, synthesize something new things, that a compilation of the component ideas into new purpose alternative solution. They have to find out the real problem. You all of you know, we have to make them real problem solver. Now you are facing n number of problem in this challenging environments. Because of this, we could connect to real platform, that is called as webinar we are conducting through. So that is the kind of solution we are finding. Unless and until you get a problem, we can't think about solution. So problems are there, only you have to change your attitudes. That is very important. Problems are common. Only thing you have to change your attitudes. That is very important. Compose brand name of insulin suspension. Now here they have to, they won't get answer directly on Google because they have to compose. Like that question you should ask. Instead of asking the brand name of that, instead of that, you can give this. Compose. Ask the question like that, rationale behind before meal, after meal medication. Many students are not aware why medicine are taken before meal, after meal. Before meal means kitna time before. It's actually 30 minutes before. That they are not aware about that. Why antacid taken before meal, why antibiotic administered after meal. They are not aware. This answer they won't get on Google. Let them think, na? That is the understanding. You have to always make them problem solver rather than passive learner. Like design of layout of pharmacy store, innovative pharmacy, like that we can give the. So these are the model that I have created during this pandemic situation, how we have to go with that, okay? So because of time constraint, I could not continue with this, but definitely it will be a useful model for all academic institutes, how we can deliver the content, how we have to online assessment, a response from the stakeholder, how do we have to take it, various things have been introduced, okay? That is my suggestion to your KK Wagh Institute of Pharmacy and entire organization, entire college, entire university in India. There's a need for innovation box. Now you must be having the suggestion box and complaint box. Just add this innovation box. That will be really, you know, we can create an IPR, a new venture. We can trigger the mind of students. Our students have a lot of idea. Only thing is that we are not nurturing that idea. We are not incubating that idea. So incubation cell is needed. So that is one addition, innovation box. Maybe students have n number of idea. Now it's a role of teacher is act as a facilitator over here. You have to make the students, you know, now this system is swallowing and vomiting. Just they are swallowing and they're vomiting. Nothing they are getting. You have to reform this change. You have to, you know, going towards this improving the cognitive skills, design thinking, communication skill. These are the things coming, okay, in future. Personalized learning. That now teacher centric is coming to the student centric point of view. Finally, I conclude role of teacher is facilitators. Learn it, understand it, use it, practice it. Practice make man perfect. Apply it, share it, and explore the knowledge. What I'm doing, I'm exploring the knowledge. I have the knowledge because of, see, my nature might be I'm you know, exploring I'm removing that E from the ego. I'm going forwards to make our pharmacy profession noble profession to at high level. That is my aim, my dream. So education is not is for every human being on earth. If they change, we educators need to change. You all of you know the problems are common. All birds find shelter during the rain, but eagle avoid rain by flying above the clouds. So both in having same problem. Problems are common, but attitudes make difference. That is the statement made by our former president, Dr. Abdul Kalam. Definitely, it's a good statement. We should follow this attitude. We have to change our attitude. We have to remove, keep E away and go right. Ego. That is again, nothing is impossible in this world. Got it? So instead of reacting, always respond, I could say. As rightly said by Dr. K. Jain, I really respect Dr. Jain sir. He has really taken a lot of efforts to make our pharmacy professions and uplift the professions, because I seen the son contribution. He has contributed lots in the pharmacy profession. I really respect. So he's my mentor, I would say. And thank you, sir, for inviting me as a resource person and considering me as a one of the key role player in this today's webinar. Over to now Deepali ma'am, coordinator, for any questions. I'm really happy to take the questions from audience, all participants. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir,
Coordinator.
for such a wonderful session. There are so many questions from the participants, but due to the time constraint, I will put some questions. Okay. The first question is from our principal sir, Professor Hirode sir. Is there online education is as effective as the face-to-face instructions?
Very good question, sir. These are the common questions being asked by many faculty, but I would suggest face-to-face teaching is not going to be replaced with online teaching. I'm really not agree with that. Face-to-face teaching is that's the spirit of That is strength of our teachers. So I could, instead of going with that, you go with blended learning. So blended learning is very important. That is my suggestion. Face to face is our challenge. Firstly, that is the role of teacher, but only the role of teacher has been changed from learning to teaching to learning. Deep learning is important. We have to make our student problem solver. I hope you got the answer.
Second one question from our participant, Saurabh Sundar sir, lecturer from the Patrikar Institute of Pharmacy, Aurangabad. Question is,
Yes.
in rural area, how we can increase coverage of virtual learning process as there is a lack of connectivity, lack of Androids, laptop, PCs. What alternatives we can use to boost the virtual learning in the rural area?
Good. Again, very good and a common. It's a kind of real problem, real challenge. This kind of challenge we can give it to students to think on this, how we can connect, to rural population, tribal area, rural area. This could be the one project they can take ahead. Government will really give the fund to you. How we can connect. So only thing is that we have to increase our network connectivity on tribal area. Now what happens? Many people have doesn't have smartphone, but they have the small that is called as a simple mobile. We can connect through conference call. Solutions are there. Only thing is that we have to take it proactively. So really, my 3-4 students are there. Those are staying in tribal area, but I could connect them through conference calling. I have conducted yesterday only 30 minutes lecture on on phone directly conference calling. I have taken into the conference call to that 2 students, and I used to talk to them. That is, solutions are there. Only thing is that teacher has to come forward because mindset has to be changed. Problem of our teacher is that mindset is not going to attitude, ego. Problem is that nobody is coming forward. Solutions are there. We are what we are looking. We are looking at problem only. That means ये ऐसा है इसलिए मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ. अरे think on that, no? I am very
Yes,
small discussion really, but this a government policy can. Education system policy has to be changed now.
Sir, next question from Dr. Bedse from Kekewa College of Pharmacy. What will be the future of education post COVID-19?
Yeah, it would be the blended learning. I could say blended ICT. You have to embed this blended, kind of tools. AI learning, machine learning would be the future. Personalized learning would be the future of called as education 4.0. Education 4.0 is the future. We have to always, add value-added system is very important. Always you have to add this value. IT plus IT, all of you know, IT plus IT make India's tomorrow a better tomorrow. Virtual reality, embedded learning, ICT tools, machine learning, virtual classroom would be the new era coming. Personalized learning could be the future. Like personalized medicine, genomic medicine would be the era. Biosimilar market, the new market which is being opening for India, because near about 14 blockbuster molecule is going to be expired from patent. So definitely Indian company are getting a lot of chances to bring this biosimilar product like vaccine, monoclonal antibody, interferons. So we can make our student ready for this kind of future. No? Many, I would suggest all MFARM guide kindly give the project on biosimilar market, biosimilar products. Definitely you can improve, improve your employability skill of the students, and they can get placed at very good company. Yeah, thank you. Next.
Thank you, sir. Next question from Professor Godse, sir, from Kekewa College of Pharmacy. What are the challenges in front of pharma teaching where more reliance is on the practicals?
Yeah, practical is the problem. I know it's a very common problem how we can conduct the practical, because but nowadays we have the dry labs are there. We cannot go to the wet lab. No, we cannot perform the wet lab study maybe next 6 months. But we have to find out the alternatives, like we have the virtual lab, okay, where we can also explain. You can literally, I have used my kitchen for conducting experiments. Last week only, I have created a suspension, emulsion in my home only. For kitchen, there are so many things are there. I use chalk. I put that chalk into water and explain homogeneity, how it will. Then I have used the milk, butter for explaining the oil and water emulsion, how the difference is there. That is the thing. Only thing is that you have to be take proactively. आपको proactive होना है. Solutions are there, but we are not thinking in that line. आपका main aim क्या है? आपका knowledge जो है बच्चों को पहुंचना चाहिए, enrich होना चाहिए, percolate होना चाहिए. We have the knowledge, we have to utilize this kitchen. मेरा kitchen literally I have used. I have made near about 12 experiments on my home. घर पे बनाया मैंने experiments, and I have explained that demonstration I have given to the all students. जरूरी नहीं virtual lab use करना है, घर पे भी कर सकते हैं आप. Only thing is that you have to think in that perspective. Again, attitude and ego.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I hope
Next
Dr.
question
K have
Sir,
accepted.
last question. From Surbi Patil Madam, again from the KKV College of Pharmacy. How we can set up virtual lab? Each virtual lab is accessible on mobile, and is there any app for the preparing virtual lab? Too many questions in a
Yeah.
single.
Yeah, actually, it's work. We are working on that now. Really, it is available on mobile phone. Now the bandwidth is required very high. That is the problem. So we are trying to reduce the bandwidth, reduce the data, because it's an animated video, no? So it required bandwidth near about 6 Mbps speed required for that. So we are trying to reduce the speed, also reduce that content resolution also, because resolution also very important, because we are thinking about high resolution, but now we have to think about the connectivity and all these things. Okay, definitely it will be the revolutionary thing in the field of pharmacy. A virtual lab, nobody has thought on that, but we are working. I am the part and parts of that project. I really fortunate for that. It will be available within 2 months to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, should I proceed for the vote of thanks?
Yeah, as per the my side is okay. I have done this. Okay. Yeah.
If sir wants to
Sir,
share
Once again to
one small question. One small question.
Yes.
yes,
Sir,
sir.
during
Please,
this
always welcome.
2.5 months online teaching learning, we had a lot of complaints from the students that after attending 4 hours, 5 hours lectures, their data for the day is getting exhausted. Now, my
Great.
question is, out of all these platforms, Zoom, Google Meet, Cisco WebEx, or
Yeah.
says Namaste, which has come now,
Namaste.
or
Yeah.
maybe this GoToWebinar, you have been using all of these. Which,
Yes.
according to you, is the best?
Yeah.
As
So
far
actually,
as
very
the consumption is less, from
consumption
the
is less.
student's point of view.
Yeah, very difficult question you have been asked, but yeah, what we are using in our MIT, we are using WebEx. So because we are looking after the browser security. See, problem
we
is,
are
sir,
also.
that you have to always think about data security and browser security. Zoom doesn't have that security. Always we have to look at the security, because we are giving so many things, confidential things are there. We are conducting meetings on all these things. Our data should be secure. That's why I would prefer go with Cisco WebEx, where the consumption of data is very less. Cisco WebEx, and which is highly secured. Many Cambridge University, MIT, Boston University, they are using only Cisco WebEx. That's why we benchmark. Our benchmark is this university. Yeah.
No, one thing I liked about Cisco is there is unlimited time, because we had
Yeah.
2 meetings with those people. They came 2 hours
Yes.
demos they took. So they have
Yes,
come
sir.
out in this COVID situation. They have come out for the educational institutions with a special this thing under the free this
Yes.
thing. They are giving
Yes, sir.
unlimited time, not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Zoom
Yeah.
every 45 minutes. Like
Yeah. Sir. That's true. That's true, sir.
that's true. So, madam, proceed with your vote of thanks. Actually,
And
I thought the session should not end only. Very interesting.
Thank you for it's a great pleasure, sir. Thank you very much for your kind appreciation and word of wisdom, I could say.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good
Yes, you
evening,
wanted to
everyone.
tell something. Tell, madam. Yeah, madam. Go.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Professor Deepali Kadam, coordinator for today's webinar. I'm so fortunate to have the opportunity to present a vote of thanks. The session was very informative and useful for all of us. Sir has nicely explained the need for digital education, virtual practical lab, free online tools, LMS, free online tools, LMS system, easy class, Bloom's taxonomy, role of teacher. The way in which he explained this topic was extraordinary. We would like to hear from you, sir, in future also. I would like to thank our management and trustee for granting the permission to conduct webinar. I would like to thank Dr. K.S. Jain, sir, Principal, KK College of Pharmacy, and Professor R.A. Hirode, sir, Principal, KK Institute of Pharmacy, for their valuable guidance and motivating us. My special thanks to the organizing team. This seminar could not have been successful without them. I would like to thank all the participants for such a wonderful response for the webinar. I would like to thank all my colleagues for their help during this webinar. Here, with permission of Principal Sir, I conclude the session. Wishing you safe stay at home. Have a great evening. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Stay safe and
Thank
stay
you,
at
sir.
home. Thank you.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. close the meeting. Just a minute. Yeah.
Sir, can I end the session?
Yeah, I'm ending. Just a minute.
Yeah, you can close the session. You can close the session.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dr. Paul Shettiwar, sir, thank you very much.